Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing some work on the gas tank to install this sweet little fuel pump. So I got some tools out already. Good old Harbor Freight scribe comes in handy. Some drill bits, nice and cheap, get the job done. So anyhow, I got this put right about where I want it. So now I'm going to scribe the 6 holes, the mounting holes. I marked the center with the pen, but I'll go around it with the scribe too, just for good measure. And you definitely want to keep this thing in one spot, so you better hold on to it real tight. This will just scratch right through the paint to show me where I need to drill. So there you can see the 6 holes. At least I can see it in the phone. Anyhow, that's where I'm going to be drilling. I'm going to mark out center on that thing. I need to go grab a ruler and do that real quick so I can get the center of the hole. I already got my 2 1/8 hole saw out. Hopefully it's going to be sharp enough. And the good old Makita drill. So I will pause this and get you right back on. Alright, there I got my center mark. Grab a punch. There's that. Guarantee you that pilot bit's pretty dull, hard to focus I suppose. Might even be for wood, we'll see how it works. So all the holes in the outside call for 1/4 inch. See how this hole saw does. Fingers crossed. Go around that with a little bit of sandpaper a little later. Looking pretty decent. Alright, I'm going to unbolt this tank and get all the debris out of it. Actually, you know what? I'll drill those other holes first. Might as well clean it once, right? Should have probably hit these before I drilled it. Oh well. Live and you learn, right? Start these out with a smaller bit. Work my way up. You need to have the whole walk on you. Alright, I'm going to get this tank cleaned out, deburr those 6 holes, and then we'll come back to mounting up getting the length for the fuel pump, the down rod that connects the fuel pump. So I'll put you on pause and bring you back here in a second. Well, got the little guy out in the garage with me. Got him all bundled up. It's about, I don't know, 38, 40 degrees out here. It's out here for a little break with Pops. Anyhow, got this all cleaned up, and the next step on this in the instructions is to measure the depth of the tank for the fuel pump. So we're sitting roughly 10 1/8. So I'll use that for my measurements. And then this is the they call it the C-ring. This will go up on the bottom. So I'm going to put this tank back in the front of the car. That way it's a lot easier to work on. One thing I did is to block the factory outlet, I tapped that for a 1/4 inch NPT, and there's a steel plug in it. I'm going to rinse this tank out before everything goes in with some solvent. And then put some sealant on that just for good measure, but I'll put you guys back on the stand here in a second. Alright, so here's where we're sitting on this, measuring from the top of the fuel pump assembly to this line right here is 10 inches. The instructions say to leave it 1/8 of an inch off the bottom of the tank. So, looking at that filter, I'm going to end up cutting it at this line, and I'll have to cut this white looking hose about here-ish, and then supposed to heat it up with the heat gun and then press it over this. And then there's zip ties to actually hold this on, the pump onto this bracket. So they're pretty thin looking. I might go with bigger zip ties or a hose clamp. I'll probably end up doing a hose clamp. I'm not sure if it matters, but I think a hose clamp would be more secure than a zip tie. Maybe I'll do a zip tie and a hose clamp. We'll see. I'm going to go get this cut and get this cut, and then we'll bring you back on when I get the two together. Well, ain't this a joke? Got this on. I remembered to put the hose clamp on before, and this thing's tightened all the way down. That's the wrong size clamp. So Fitech, you guys got to make sure you put the right clamps in. Luckily I got some extra. No big. Yeah, I just heated this up with a heat gun and pushed it right down. So this return says to cut it at a 45, so I'll probably cut it right around here-ish. Anyhow, I'll put you guys back on in a minute. Alrighty. So I got this mounted with a hose clamp and their tiny little zip tie. I ran the wires up over here to keep it away from this metal bracket. So now I'm about ready to put this C-ring on and put the O-ring on there. Let me go grab that. Forgot it. Alright, fingers crossed. I don't drop this in the tank. Alright, there's that secured. I'll drop this thing in. So I mounted this filter so it sits widthwise with the deep of the deep part of the valley in the tank. Let's see here. Man, this is a tight squeeze. Come on, you son of a gun. Maybe that's why they give you zip ties instead of a hose clamp. That might not fit. Yeah, I'll be pulling that hose clamp off. Right. Hose clamp off, zip tie installed. Round 2. tight squeeze. Try to pull this C-ring thing up a little bit. Maybe squish the gasket some. That way I have enough threads to actually start a nut. There's O-rings that go in between the nut and this plate right here. So I'll probably end up starting a couple of the nuts first to get it sucked up. That thing's a tight squeeze. Oh, how the hell are you supposed to tighten that? Gonna have to grind down a socket. That way I can fit it in between here, here, and here. Well, I'm gonna grind down a socket. See if I can pull this thing off real quick. Pardon the shakiness, trying to unscrew my gimbal from the deal. Anyhow, this is pretty much installed, with the exception of putting these O-rings on and tightening it down, but as you can see, there's no way. It just won't fit. So I'm gonna have to grind down a socket. But that's pretty much the install on this thing. I think this is gonna really be the ticket. So once this gets done, I'm gonna do some bulkhead fittings off to the side over here and have the hoses come off and then over. And yeah, but anyhow, that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching, thanks for subbing, everybody, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side.